Hey guys, I'm here in Darjeeling with my friend Shubham,
Hi.
and we are now on the way to the Japanese temple and also the pagoda, which is about 30 minutes, I guess 30 minutes.
30 minutes, 35 minutes walk from there.
Yeah, so around 30 to 35 minutes from the place, the hostel where I'm staying, which is Hideout Hostel. The hike over here is gonna be like it's going to be more like a short hike all the way from hostel to the temple. Also, the pagoda is nearby and it's hardly maybe a few hundred meters away from the temple, Japanese temple. Just have a look around because on the way you can see the pine forest around. This is like a perfect nature walk in Darjeeling.
Because of the pine forest, the weather is definitely cooled down.
Yeah, it's a bit cold over here compared to. By the way, what are these? National Research Center for Orchids. Wow. And the best thing is the sidewalks that you get to see here. You can sit over there, and it's the best thing that they've done for people like us who want to hike early in the morning. And not too many vehicles around because this road leads to the Japanese temple. It's about a kilometer from Market Road, and you don't need any taxi as such. And if you are planning to go on a Himalayan trek or any hike nearby, for example, Sandakphu and Goshala is nearby, most of them come to this place before or after completing their trek. And this is one of the ideal places to be. So there is this Bose Institute. This must be some from the British era, I guess. Look the way how the building is built, the architecture. You can see the prayer flags now. So I believe we are close to the temple. 6 minutes to go. Okay. Thanks to Google Maps, by the way. That's our guide for today. Well, if you do not prefer to walk, then I guess the bullet bike is the best to go around.
Like options for touring 3 point, 2 point, and 7 points. And I guess in 7 point, this place, Japanese temple and Peace Pagoda is included. So
Okay.
you can opt for that too if you don't like walking. So it will be costing around 2,000 to 2,500.
In a taxi, share
Yeah.
taxi or something.
No, not shared taxi. You have to reserve it.
Okay, private taxi.
Yeah. If I may add, if you want to rent a bike, rent an Activa. It will be costing around 800 to 900 for a day. So that will be the best option, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, and also you can go around to other places like Tea Estate. It's quite nearby, and also there is this pine forest. What do you call that?
Pine Forest, Lamahata.
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 Yeah. Okay. Yeah. By the way, it's on the way to Gangtok. So while returning from Gangtok, I happened to see that place. I believe that's a man-made forest, pine forest. But if it's more like you might have seen my previous video where I've made a video of Narud Forest in California. So here is the first glimpse of this temple. Let me switch my camera. And also the Peace Pagoda is in the same entrance, so you don't have to go far away. Over there. Yeah. Mahonji, yeah. Sorry if I'm pronouncing it the bad way. You can correct me in the comments below. And this is the entrance. Again, the lovely pine trees around and super clean place. Really love this place.
Oh, Osbecia.
The ideal time to visit this place would be early in the morning because there isn't much of a traffic or there are less number of tourists visiting this place. Japanese temple, and it's supposed to be quiet here. They're not supposed to record video or photo when the prayer is on. But the local monk here, said that the prayer happens early in the morning at around 4, and there are instructions that are mentioned outside of this temple. By the way, you can just have a look around this temple, and also the view of pagoda from here, and also on the right side is the Kanchenjunga, which is the most beautiful view that you can get. I would highly suggest you guys to visit this place if you're in Darjeeling. You can see the pagoda over there. And that's the entrance. And that is the Kanchenjunga. Wow. This is so beautiful. Pine trees around, and we are now at the big stupa. Peace Pagoda in Darjeeling is one of the peace pagodas designed to provide a focus for people of all races and creeds to help unite them in their search for world peace. Like most of the other peace pagodas, it was built under the guidance of Nichidatsu Fuji, who lived for about 100 years, a monk from Japan. It houses the 4 avatars of Buddha, including Maitreya Buddha. The pagoda is situated on the slopes of Jalpahar Hills in the town of Darjeeling. The Peace Pagoda on top, and there are beautiful carvings around. There is no way to enter this place. I don't think you can enter, or I'm not sure what is inside of this pagoda. Maybe some prayer hall or something. But it's massive, it's huge. It is somewhat similar to that of the one that you'll find in Leh. You might want to check the card above to know more on the Leh cycling expedition that I did, where on day 1 we visited this place just to get acclimatized to the Leh's altitude. So in addition to the pagoda and also the Japanese temple here, the view is just breathtaking. It's amazing, and you can see the Kanchenjunga, which makes this place ideal. And I would highly suggest you guys to visit this place, and I highly recommend you guys to go on a hike instead of taking any vehicle from the market road. It's about, if you can hike uphill, and it's about a kilometer from the market road, but early morning is when you should visit this. And the stupa or the temple here is open at 4 a.m. in the morning. That's when the prayer begins, and you're not allowed to photo shoot back at that time, but you get to see the morning sunrise of Kanchenjunga. You can see I'm going around pagoda, and the view of Kanchenjunga is just breathtaking. It's almost clear sky, a bit of cloud now, but this morning when I just reached this place, it was completely clear. And there you can see the Japanese temple over there, and the garden in front. And the best thing is the view around this temple. One is the Himalayan mountain range, which you can see over there. and the pine forest around this temple. What an ideal location to be in. So visiting the stupa and also the Japanese temple was worth the visit, and also the amazing view of Kanchenjunga. I would have missed this if I were not to be informed by my friend. I thought it was just another place, but it was completely, I can say, worth the visit. So we'll quickly grab some breakfast and go back to office work.